Hey everybody, welcome to the Tone Church. I am the Tone Priest. Today's episode is Pedal of the Month number 5. What we do here every month is we build an effects pedal, usually a clone of something really cool. And on this one will be January 1st, 2024. That's New Year's Day, people. We're going to give this away to one of my Patreon patrons. If you like what you see here, go over to my Patreon and sign up. If you were to sign up at the $5 support level, you'll have a 25% chance of winning this pedal. Why do you want this pedal? Well, let's first talk about what it is. Today we're building the Aion FX Tempest. What is that? It's kind of a combination and a mishmash of the Friedman BEOD and the Dirty Shirley. We go in here and read the introduction that Aion FX has written. What they've done is taken two very similar circuits that the two pedals are and made one best of all worlds pedal. You can read all that. So it should be pretty outstanding. Now, why do you want a tonepriest pedal? Allow me to elaborate. Tonepriest, aren't you just some random dude in your house building pedals? This couldn't possibly be any good. Well, yes, I am some random dude building pedals in my house. However, I've done the work, I've put in the time, and today I'm building some of the finest pedals that money can buy right now.
Light in color with a medium plus viscosity.
I believe, in my opinion. How so? Well, for starters, we're using this beautiful Aion FX circuit board.
Rose hips.
I believe it's a 1.5 millimeter dual-sided, through-hole plated circuit board. Aion FX, and I used a lot of pedal PCBs as well. They've both built hundreds of PCBs for effects pedals, and you really couldn't, they know what they're doing. You really couldn't ask for anything better than, the PCBs that they're putting out.
There is a little bit of an earthiness, almost a graphite clay note to this.
So that's where we're starting. It's hand-wired by me.
Great length.
Again, I've put in the homework. I've built a lot of these. I think I'm doing a pretty darn good job. The components we're using, the resistors, we use metal film resistors, 1% tolerance. The metal film is very good for reliability and very good for not introducing extra noise.
There's not really signs of new French oak. It's more, let's say, neutral.
The capacitors we're using today and going forward, I've hand selected and chosen very stringent parameters to have very high tolerance capacitors.
Maybe 13.5, 14%.
High operating temperature, 105 degrees or more. The ones we're picking out these days are 4,000 hours rated lifespan or more. We only use Kemet, Nichicon, Panasonic, and Worth capacitors.
Tannins are medium plus, for sure. They're there. Fruit tannins right in the front.
So they're some of the best capacitors money can buy. The integrated circuits, the IC chips, are all socketed. So if you want, you could experiment with other chips, or if there's a failure, it's very easy to remove the chip and replace it.
Alcohol is medium plus.
And a lot of people you see on forums, people like to argue about what's better, through-hole or surface mount components. Well, this guy here, my reverb pedal, is all surface mount component construction. This guy decided he didn't want to work a couple of weeks ago. There ain't no fixing this. Yeah, it was cheap to buy, but now it doesn't work, and there's no way it's going to be fixed. This is going in the bin. If this ever fails, as unlikely as that is, very easy to diagnose the problem, unsolder the faulty component, put a new one in, back in the game.
Body is medium.
We're using ProLine 3-pole double throw foot switches. We're using high quality enclosures. We're using alpha potentiometers. It's all the best stuff put together by these hands that have done the work. These pedals that I'm building now, these days, are as good or better than the big names that we all know and love that we've seen on pedal boards everywhere.
There's an earthiness to this. There's great minerality.
All right, so that's the sales pitch.
Great length.
Let's slap her together, see how she sounds. Here we go. Alright, all the passive components are installed. You'll see I installed an extra IC socket. That's not for an IC, that's for some of the clipping diodes. These guys over here, where are they? I think we're on the previous page here. Nope. Try again. Right here. The 1N914s. We will install 1N914s here, all four of them, but I use this socket so that we can pop those out and substitute and experiment with other types and styles of clipping diodes. How fun is that? Where else are you going to get that? Could also do it with the LEDs up here that also do clipping, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't have the proper sockets to do that on hand, so we'll just install the regular LEDs there, but we'll have the socket here to do a little experimentation. Alright, let's give this a once over, and then we'll break out the alcohol and clean all the spooge off of here. Looks like we missed a spot. Before we do anything, I'm going to solder that socket into place, and then we'll clean all the spunk off. Yeah. Bam! It's all done. There she is. Hope you enjoyed the little Metallica demo we did there. A little seeking, a little bit of destroying as well. With our King David Distortion pedal that we built. That was this plugged into a Fender Blackface Deluxe clone. How fun was that? Let me show you what we did here. Pardon all the noise. The neighbor's kids are destroying their toys outside, making a little bit of noise. But it's not like we can complain about noise. God, how many times did my friggin' neighbors have to listen to until I got it right? Anyway, bam! There she is. We did end up socketing the LEDs. We have the 3mm red ones in there now, like Mr. David Friedman asked for or designed it for. And here's the socketed clipping diodes, the one in 914. So these can all be removed. You can experiment with different color diodes or different color LEDs or different diodes in all these places. You can go asymmetric by pulling one out on either or other side. You can go nuts. Go nuts. And there she is. She came out pretty nice. Not bad at all. So there she is, King David Distortion. Hold on a second, there's something cool about this pedal. Alright, can we see that? So this is the build documents from Aion FX about this PCB that they made and that we used. And they call this PCB the Tempest. And they say, the Tempest amp distortion is a combination of the Friedman BEOD, the brown eye, and the dirty Shirley pedals, two very similar circuits that were designed to emulate high-gain amplifiers. Now if we skip down here, the original BEOD is missing a mid-range control, while the dirty Shirley has a mid-range control, but converts the tight knob into a toggle switch. And what they've done here is, you have a tight knob and a mid knob. So you've got everything on this sucker. Now, I would never claim to say that this is better than an actual Friedman, but it ain't worse. I'll tell you that much. What else we got to say about this? Let's do one more quick little demo, and then we'll call it a day. Here we go. Well, there you go. There you have it. How fun was that? Here's the recording setup. Just a blackface deluxe clone. Going into the King David. We used a Telecaster for all the guitar parts. We use this guy on the bass. You can see about him other places on the channel. But there you go. We only did quick and dirty little demos here. If you want to hear more from this pedal, you got to win it. Just go over to my Patreon, sign up, could be yours. Alright everybody, I want to thank everyone for watching, thank all my Patreon supporters, thank you to all my viewers, thumbs uppers, commenters, and most importantly, I would like to thank, well, these awesome Marshall knobs. I want to thank them for sure, and your mom. Alright everybody, rock on and prosper.
Done!